5 changes for Minnesota from that draw against Austin. Of note, Enrique Nieves will start alongside Aiden Martinez. Nieves has been a part of this team since earlier in the year, spent some time with the first team in training camp, but has not been able to get onto the field due to international clearance issues. And so now, due to the training, the window availability now for Nieves, he is now on the pitch for Minnesota United FC2, and he will make his first start. As we take a look at Colorado Rapids 2 and Eric Boucher, his starting 11, 7 changes from their win against North Texas. Dauda Amadou is staying in that starting lineup. He now moves into sole possession of all-time appearances for Colorado Rapids 2. Noah Strelnauer, just 16. He's well on his way to working his way up that list. Leads the team in assists. And the 2 center backs, Nate Jones and Joshua Balouz, are in as the returning starters. Another player making his first appearance, Zach Campanolo, in goal for Colorado. And so for the Rapids, they have a long history of successful goalkeepers. Adam Beaudry, who's made his way to the first team as a homegrown, Ethan Vandre, Abraham Rodriguez. And so Campanolo is next on that list as he makes his debut for Colorado. And completing that note for Nieves, due to the transfer window closing just recently, that is what allowed for him to now be able to be on the pitch and to make this start. And talking with Coach Hall, Enrique Nieves is a player that can really impact things offensively. He's dynamic in regards to attacking goal, and Minnesota needs it. They're 4th least in the West in regards to goals for. And looking for Nieves to bring about a spark. Whistle blows, we begin action from Blaine, Minnesota. It's Colorado Rapids 2 and Minnesota United FC 2. Trying to stay in front of Giovanni Cruz. Flores does put the ball into the box. Flicked on, but nobody in the middle of the pitch. Flores takes a nice touch, but cannot slip the ball into Diaz. But for Colorado, as they found more of the ball, they found themselves deeper and deeper into the pitch. And let's see what the decision is here. Because Rory O'Driscoll had the right to that ball. It looks like he is going to be called for the foul. Another foul given. The ball has to be taken from a deeper position. .31st minute of action, no score between Minnesota and Colorado. Minnesota has taken 1 shot on the day. Colorado still looking for their first shot, as they have not seen a lot of the possession in this match, but they've started to find some of the crevices in the Loons defense. Just, again, very similar to Minnesota, have not been able to connect that final pass to really put pressure on Clint Irwin. And as Minnesota, they've started with the pedal down defensively the first 15 minutes of this match. Continue to press high. But right here, Colorado might have something. Nunez takes the shot. And it flies over the crossbar. You see Vargas right to Nunez, set it up, and was looking for that top corner. Pena does well defensively, slips it to Vargas, but guess who's there? Rory O'Driscoll sliding in defensively. He is, but here, O'Driscoll, and he might have an argument, but for Rory O'Driscoll to make the defensive play, then go state his case to Velimir Stefanovic. He will receive a yellow card for how animated he was in stating that case. But a case he does have after what has been called throughout the match. First corner for Colorado taken short. Marlon Vargas can't even get his engines going as there was contact in the box. And both set pieces for both sides not producing as both coaches would have hoped.
Yellow card caution was issued to number 34, Rory O'Driscoll of MNUFC2, on the 33rd minute.
Clinton Irwin boots this ball away, flicked forward, and Enrique Nieves is bombarded, and that will earn a foul. And it looks like a little bit more. Goes the other way once again. Who's gonna settle this ball? It comes to Ipses. He's fouled. So another free kick coming for Colorado. Excuse me, for Minnesota. This is definitely a time to put some numbers into the box as Ipses gets it down the line, has support, and Will Schmidt. Schmidt's cross, and that's the goal! And offside is the decision. Dom Mowing thought he was free. Let's take a look at this one more time. Mowing had slipped right behind, but off. Marlon Vargas loses possession, but it's won back by Dauda Amadou. Amadou is fouled. Now Alec Diaz slides to Facundo Nunez. Well-weighted ball to Pena. And now Minnesota just has to clear that away. This portion of the match is brought to you by Bell Bank. Switch and see how banking should be. 39th minute. No score between Minnesota and Colorado. Loons thought they were on the board. Now this ball is free and a mishit. Aiden Martinez misfires right in front of goal. Been two instances like this as Zachary Campagnolo was looking for Dauda Amadou. Ipses into Romanchin. In tight quarters, Nieves. And that is a foul to conclude the first half. McRobb switches play out towards Britton Fisher. Nieves does the right thing to get around Jones, but he cannot keep the ball in play. And that just might be the final action of the first half. Patrick Dormo sends the ball back into play. And there is the halftime whistle. Colorado with just one shot. Facundo Nunez sent it over the crossbar. Minnesota with more chances, but no goals. Play those you have. And they produced some real chances in that first half. Can they produce some magic on the scoreboard here in the second half? Velimir Stefanovic blows his whistle, and we begin half number 2. Minnesota and Colorado. James Hadnot here with you this evening from Blaine, Minnesota. And Minnesota in the black kits. Colorado in the white kits with maroon shorts This ball falls for the Loons, and that'll be an early foul on Dowda Amadou. Schmidt. Romanchin. That ball rolls out. And the yellow card going to Dowda Amadou.
Substitution for Colorado Rapids 2.
So now that Robinson Aguirre comes on, it is now back to being a tie for most appearances. Both Aguirre and Dowda Amadou have 53 all-time appearances for Colorado Rapids 2. For Amadou, he is second all-time in starts behind only Yosuke Hanya. Hanya on loan. Fisher keeps this in play. Cage Romanchin is pushed down. Play on is the decision. Ipses tracks it down on the touchline. Finn McRobb flips the ball towards the back post. Fisher rises up, but cannot get good contact as the ball will roll to Zachary Campagnolo. We're in the 60th minute of action. You'd be hard-pressed to say that Minnesota has not had the better chances in this match. They definitely have. A little back heel as Ipses tries to find Aiden Martinez. Here's this chance again. Romanchin, you see, was a little push, but Velmir Stefanovic had a good view of it. Romanchin. Now Martinez. Enrique Nieves leaves it for Fisher. And it's right at Zachary Campagnolo. Fisher had all the time in the world to pick his spot, but you have to credit Nate Jones. And Amadou has to be careful. You see Marlon Vargas pointing at his head, saying you have to be smart. Amadou is already on a yellow. And although Amadou is the captain, Marlon Vargas showing great leadership right now. And there it is. A second yellow is shown, which means a red for Amadou. Once again, Nieves to Romanchin. The 1-2. And Romanchin shot power, but right at Campagnolo again. But some of the best action on the day has been with Enrique Nieves involved. And Zachary Campagnolo again called upon and answers the bell. Off the turnover, this is Aiden Martinez. Nieves. O'Driscoll, nice little touch to Romanchin as the ball comes out wide. Cross comes in. Now O'Driscoll takes the shot, and there it is! Rory O'Driscoll breaks the deadlock, and Minnesota leads 1-0. It was loading for O'Driscoll. He's the man that has had a lot of contact against him. So it's only fitting that the captain comes up clutch as this ball dropped right to him off the header from Balouz. Got to his favorite foot and found the back of the net. A few moments left for Colorado. But with that touch, that'll do it. And for the first time since May 26th, Minnesota tastes all 3 points.